I needed to bring up Waymo. I need to ask you guys. I'm not here to do my normal ripping, guys. I don't have videos. I'm not going to slam them today. That's not what this is. I want to know what these guys' take on Waymo is, because now seeing Waymos in Denver, and I'm talking, there's 4. They're not allowed to take passengers. They have a driver in them. So you barely ever see them. Number one, it's all fake. It's all PR stunts and BS. They don't work. They're on their 5th recall, and they already have a 6th and 7th recall issued. So they're fixing the software and they're putting it back on the road before they recall it again. I'm like, why don't you just fix it all?
You're talking about the ones just in Denver or all of them?
Dude, they had what? I mean, whatever. It was like 30. Yeah, it was their whole fleet.
Oh, I don't remember seeing any. I mean,
the 5th recall that I'm talking about that had all of them recalled is because of the school buses. You guys have talked about that.
Yeah.
So,
and then of course I'm sure everybody's seen the story where they had the power outage in LA the other day, and all the stoplights went out and the Waymos had no idea what to do. So they had to send people out there physically to drive them back.
Yeah.
I mean, that's terrible. Like this, you wouldn't happen with a human driver. We could navigate that, right?
But don't you think that, again, I mean, okay, I have to rip a little because honestly, like Waymo, like they're putting these out in the public, and yes, they're not in the masses. When I was flying to Austin all the time, I saw there has probably the most. In San Francisco and LA might have more, or Phoenix, but Austin isn't the biggest town, so you notice them more. You see them all over the place. And they're also all beat up. Whenever you guys see a picture of one that's nice, no, they have like dents in them, and the LiDAR's like crooked, and they're all beat up. But like in cities like this, or what Larry's talking about, like a school bus puts I was saying that I could put my son into the car before he'd ever drove one, tell him to just drive. I don't know how to drive. Just drive down the street. I don't care. Even he would know at a stop bus to stop. It blinks, a stop sign pops out. It's yellow. There's lights. Like that is, it should be coded in, but that's number one. That should just, how are you having this issue? Why is this a problem?
That's embarrassing.
That's hard to miss.
Right. It's a red light. I was thinking, any other place that I see a red light in my life, in the world, we stop.
Especially flashing. Yeah.
And then same thing in Phoenix, Scottsdale area, they evade police. They've been doing this for 3 years now. So like they have an issue with authority for one. And
don't we all?
Well, we all do, but they're robots, dude.
Yeah.
This is what my problem with the robot apocalypse is because we're all going to say what Larry just said. Well, they're, don't we all but they're not one of us. They're a robot, dude. They shouldn't be thinking. They should just be thinking how to do their job.
I actually don't think the cars are as robotic that you think they are, like that you're worried about. I personally don't think that is. I don't think there's a ton of stuff in there that's to the point where like they're going to start thinking from themselves. I honestly
no. But their learning modules aren't learning. Clearly, the school bus thing alone should be transmitting back to the entire Waymo network. This is a must. All of you need to do this. If you see a yellow bus, these weird buses with little people on them, stop. Just stop.
Yeah, it doesn't seem difficult.
It does not. Yeah, it's a big, giant yellow vehicle. It's not like you're going to mistake it for something else. And then throw the flashing red light out there on top of that. It should not be that hard to program that in.
And to go to what Larry was saying about the LA thing, like during a power outage, why wouldn't the Waymo just self-retreat back to its charging station?
Yeah, I don't understand that either. They got vacuums that vacuum your floor, that when the battery gets low, it goes back to the charging station.
Yeah, any
why is it wandering around going, hey, where's everybody?
So what happened?
So what was the issue with them? Because they obviously have their own power.
But the street light, there were no street lights. And so it didn't know what to do with traffic and the intersections. And
treat it like a four-way stop.
Well, we know that.
Well, why is that not coded in?
Obviously, they don't because they did not.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's
They were
simple.
Pictures I saw, they were
causing
just-
traffic jams
yeah.
where they had to have on site. Some of the people who monitor
Yes.
from the monitoring stations
Come out
had to
and get
go
'em.
on site, who'd never have to go on site because their
Yeah.
on site teams were all booked.
Yeah,
That's embarrassing.
yeah, it is.
And like they basically, it's like one of those things we've seen it before. Like they triangulate or whatever, and they can't move. Literally, it's like you can't figure this one out. You pull out, and then the
Right.
other two can go, and they just kind of sit there and go back. And like it's embarrassing that they have to have somebody come and manually push it out of the road. It's like
But
a
don't they-
go-kart.
Don't they navigate that when they're at a light and it's blinking left? They're in the turn
Right.
lane and they
Right.
have to wait for cars. Can't they navigate a four-way stop?
Right. Logically, if there's no power, you would think it'd just be like roads where there's no stoplights. People,
Yeah, that's a good
they
point.
figure it out, but,
Like a
but
stop
something
sign.
happened and it didn't because they shut down.
I mean, we have them, like other cities are starting to talk about highway stuff. So you see it, but it's been in Arizona for a while. They can get on the highway, and on the highway, there's one highway that's 4 lanes, and a lot of the reports that were written up by police officers are that if it's in the left lane, so the faster lane
Yeah.
of either north or south on this highway, then there's a double bar. There's never a time where it's like, or double line. There's never a time where it's okay to take a left off. It's a highway.
Yeah.
And the Waymos get behind cars in the faster lane and go around them in the oncoming traffic lane.
Yeah, they'll pass them on the left.
I mean, it's stuff like this where I'm like, you can't be in public. You cannot, this is not acceptable testing, as they call it.
Yeah. It's like there's such a push to get them out there. Like, we'll get them out there and then we'll fix stuff.
Yeah.
It's like all, these companies with software all the time. They just want to be first. That we don't have to be the best. We just have to be the first. We can fix it and patch it later, but let's just get something
sell
out
it,
there.
or
Yeah.
sell it. Watch,
sell
it's
it,
not
one or
in
the
10
other.
years. It's not going to be. There is going to be no Waymo.
Right.
Waymo's going to be owned by somebody else, and the company
Sure.
Waymo is going to have a ton of money
Yeah.
from the data that they made scanning cities and things
Mhm.
like that. But they're not. When I see them, I don't even. And when I've been in them, I don't even feel like that they're worthy of like being a car. First of all, it's $150,000 car. It's a $240,000 package to have the LiDAR and the sensors and the. I mean, you're talking about close to a $500,000 car. And in
Yeah.
Arizona, they got the Waymos doing $2 DoorDashes.
Yeah. And then, you
What?
have
Yeah.
something, some kind of protest or something, and they just destroy them.
Yeah, they have the dots, those things that look like the little red cars for kids. You guys have seen them.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
they also are using the Waymo technology. Again, this is why I say it's PR. Because is anybody in the world supposed to believe that a $2 no-tip DoorDash order is going to be, you can do 2 an hour?
Yeah.
We all know this.
Yeah.
So $4 an hour, you're going to pay that Waymo off?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's it's a $500,000, guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
We've
I'm
talked about
sorry.
that.
That's just not true.
It does not compute.
But yeah, I mean, everything they do is just PR. Like hear them having 4, and then in March they will have been here 6 months, and they'll be able to apply for passenger license. If they get that, they'll still have a fleet of under 10.
Really?
When you're talking about like the percentage, it's like 0.00001% of US rides are done through Waymo.
Yeah, of course. It seems bigger because we're seeing it all over the news and stuff like that. But yeah, it is still a small portion.
And that's my point. As they release to, like, they say, we're in Detroit, we're in Philly, and
Yeah, they're
we're
coming to
in Denver,
Nashville.
and they only have 4 of them or 5 of them here mapping. They're not really here, but even the ones here are having issues. That's a bad sign. And as they keep expanding, even with 4 or 5 testing the market, they're finding they're going to get more and more bad PR. It's always been good PR, but I think they're into a new wave of they're going to get a lot of bad PR, like that bus thing. They hit a kid, watch this thing go nuts.
Yeah,
If they hit quick.
Yeah,
I mean, they killed that cat.
well,
And I mean, people took that too far, even for
know.
San Francisco people. Yeah. Like, I love you, California, but I'm just saying,
bro, you're just killing like a big portion of your audience.
They
no,
love the
they
left
know
coast.
that they know that's how I feel.
But like, are you, when it comes to Waymo though, like, are you totally against it, or are you just saying you don't think it's ready for mainstream?
Man, I this might even come back to you. I have said forever. You got so much land between, like, if you guys know the line of Phoenix down to Tucson, Arizona, from that highway all the way to the California border is just nothing.
Right.
Like what they're trying to test in Phoenix, it's nothing. Go build a city and let every autonomous vehicle company that ever wants a license in the United States operate there. Make them all operate at once to see if they even can work together.
Yeah, but they need people.
Why?
They need
to do
cats
$2
crossing the road.
deliveries for DoorDash?
No, but they need people crossing the street, jaywalking. They need those.
So you can have that all be in that city. Just have, like, remember the movie with Will Smith where he, so they got the monsters pop up and then the little girl with the ice cream cone, and you know, you just have things pop up and do things
like the little training cities they do for the police officer.
You know, like fake weather on a road.
Yeah. Well,
like,
they should hire Mr. Beast from the Beast games. He created a whole damn city for that freaking show. They should hire him.
Yeah. So I don't know.
What
I don't think is, by no means. I mean, first of all, they don't meet any standards. They don't. The LiDAR is a 3-year life. And we know that after like a year, it actually, if it has dust or tough weather, it has a harder time reading. And that's what's going to see a kid running across the road or something. Yeah. But so all the parts, they're just wastes of money at this point. So again, why not just, I mean, you shouldn't be live testing. You're not ready. I mean, it doesn't understand a school bus. It should not be on the road.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you on that, but I mean, for the most part, it's pretty safe.
Because there's so few. Yeah. When you look at the grand scale, it seems safe because there's so few.
Yeah, but they're doing so many rides a week in San Francisco. They're doing like 200,000 rides a week.
I don't know.
I mean, you say there's so few, but I mean, I don't know if that's the exact stat, but it's an insane amount of rides in San Francisco, and they're pretty. I mean, they don't have the incidents.
But but do you remember too, the San Francisco Waymos work on a routing system. So you can't get from this place, like their bar districts or whatever. You can't get to your house door. You can get 3 blocks from it where it drops you off.
Oh, interesting. I know it had.
They're like bus routes, and the mayor, the police chief, and the fire department and the fire chief all want them out of the city.
Really?
Well, of course, especially when you see the videos of them just sitting there with their dicks in their hands, not literally.
But also, it should be a big eye opener to everybody that they're self-insured. They can't find an insurance company to understand what they're doing. They fought the DMV. We all have our public records out there on the DMV. Everything about us has to be out there. Because of trade secrets, they sued the California DMV, and they're not allowed to have or make their data public to people. Yet they are driving on public streets, and every other person on a public street is in the database of the DMV.
Yeah, that is strange. I mean,
this is a Supreme California court case that they won in 2022. They said, no, we're going to sue the DMV, and they said, what? And they won.
That's because Newsom wants to, he wants it to happen there. You know what I mean?
I'm just saying that the briefcases of money. I mean, if you, the term follow the money with these things. All the places where they are, the governments, even here, took major briefcases of money.
Sure.
Yeah. I mean, and I'm sure they're given dossiers. They're not like, hey, look at this thing's awesome and it works great. It's like, this is kind of trash and it's risky for your people, but we have a lot of money.
Oh, Bubba Stew, Newsom.
Governor Newsom.
Come on now, that's your next president.
I mean, I think the problem is that it doesn't matter right left. California is being run really poorly and has been for a long time.
Run into the ground out there.
Even the people I know out there say that. So I'm not dissing on them.
No.
To my California people, except for San Francisco.
There's a lot of taxes out there. That's why I don't like it.
But anyway, I just wanted to talk about the Waymo thing because I find it interesting. I'm so sick of every day hearing about it because I feel like any day they want news, they just call up any of their affiliate news media teams and say, hey, we put one more Waymo in Atlanta, and they're like, we'll run it in 13 papers tomorrow.
Well, of course, because it gets clicks.
Right, but why don't you have a working product?
I don't think they got hard-ons for autonomous vehicles. I just think it's just the hot topic and it gets clicks.
Oh, absolutely. And dude, often they're not even like, if a writer, I know this from Denver writers, if they turn in a story, I mean, almost every newspaper still does this. There's an editor above that writer who often just red line or black lines everything you wrote. You can't say bad stuff about them, but they're killing people. Yeah, but they give us money.
Yeah. I mean, the news has been like that for the last 30 years.
Right. I know. I'm just saying that
that's not anything.
We do need a better gauge than media on where autonomous is, because they're lying their asses off.